What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Boston Bruins franchise mode series. It is time for the playoffs, and the Montreal Canadiens are not present. They did not make the top 16 teams in the league, so they will not be standing in our way this year. Hopefully, without them in the playoffs, we'll be able to make it the whole way and hoist the greatest trophy in sports. But to do that, we have to go through the New York Rangers in the first round. So let's go take a look at the New York Rangers lines, see what they got on their team. In terms of these ratings here, our offense has a 4-point advantage. Their defense has a 1-point advantage, but our goaltending has a 6-point advantage. So, looks like Lundqvist is gone. He is elsewhere, or he's retired. One or the other. So here's our lines. If you'll remember in the last video, we traded for Ryan Getzlaf. Kind of a impulse decision by me, but it's whatever. So this is what our lines look like with Getzlaf on the team. Defense is the same. Goaltending is the same. Let's take a look at the Rangers. So their first line here, they got Malta Stromwall, Derek Stepan. I don't fucking know, man. I really don't. Like, that's just one of those names to where I've heard it pronounced different ways several times. I just don't know which way is right. But Tyler Ennis. So their first line is pretty much hot garbage. For being a first line, at least. Stepan's the only good guy on the line. Second line, JT Miller, Mika Zibanejad, and Brandon Peary. So Peary's very weak for a top 6 winger. And our second line blows theirs out of the water. Third line, Michael Grabner, Pavel Buchnevich, and Jimmy Vesey. So once again, not a terrible third line, but our third line's a lot better. So I like our chances there. Fourth line, Ryan Gropp, Andy Andreoff, and Riley Nash. Riley Nash up to an 83 overall. He used to be on the Bruins. A decent fourth line, but once again, I like our fourth line better. So I feel like our offense is just better top to bottom than theirs. And hopefully we'll see that in the simulation. Looking at their defense, their top pairing, a couple of 90 overalls, Ryan McDonough and Tyson Barrie. So pretty good top pairing there. Both the guys are two-way defenders. Second line of Mark Stahl, Chris Tanev, pretty good as well. A couple of 87s there. Third line, Thomas Chabot and Nick Holden. So we had Chabot, but traded him away for something. I don't remember exactly. I think it was Zibanejad at the time. No, did I have him in the series? I really don't remember. Nope, I don't remember at all. I do not remember. But we used to have Chabot. Traded for him from the Senators. Traded him away. And so their defensive core is pretty good as a whole. 90s, 87s, and 84s. So their top line's a little bit better than ours. Just a couple points here and there. Their second line, we have an 87 as well, but they're Tanev compared to McAvoy. Tanev has the advantage. Third line, about the same with both teams having 84s. Let's see who the New York Rangers goaltender is these days. And it's Antti Ranta as their starter, as an 84 overall. And then Mackenzie Skapski as their backup, 83 overall. I'm going to go take a look at the Rangers stats for the season to see where they're getting their points from and where they're getting their production, and see how they made the playoffs with a 84 overall starting goaltender. Should be interesting to see. So let's go here to the season stats, then over to the player stats. Alright. Don't really know what to talk about here. I just hope we can start this this postseason with a really good performance against the Rangers. So here is what they got. JT Miller on the second line was their leading scorer. Tyson Barrie on the defense was their second best scorer. Their top line, though, 59 for Stepan, 55 for Ennis, and 39 for Stromwall. All those guys are double-digit minuses. So if we can pretty much abuse that top line, we should have a good time in this series. And then Mika Zibanejad from the second line, Buchnevich from the third, Vesey from the third, Grabner from the third, Peary from the second with only 33 points. So a weak link there. But if you look at their plus minuses, that second line was pretty damn good this season. They led the way with plus minus 24, 24, and 23. Top D pair was 21, 21. Second D pair 19, 18. So pretty good plus minuses there from those guys. Antiranta 255 GAA with only a 916 save. So not the best goaltending for the Rangers, but not bad overall. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Oh yeah, let's go look at our plus minuses. See how they stack up. Boston Bruins, where are we at? There we are. Okay. Looking at our plus minuses, our top pair defensively is just insane, and then our top line, all 20 plus guys. So pretty similar there, but I feel like we have much more firepower than them. So hopefully that shows in the simulation. Let's see if they have any crazy good special teams or anything. The Rangers here. 288 goals for, 251 goals against. Only 15% power play and 81% penalty kill. So not the best special teams, but I mean they're in the playoffs, so we can't count them out. But we do have home ice advantage, so let's get right into it. Game 1 at TD Garden. Let's see if we can start this playoff run strong. And we can, as Kevin Fiala gets the first goal of the series. Our first goal of the playoffs in the first period here. They're out shooting us by 3 though, so it'd be nice to see that improve here in the second period. And a little bit. They're still out shooting us by 2, but neither team got a goal that period, so we still have that 1 goal lead. Headed into the third, let's see if Tuukka Rask can hold the Rangers in check as we take a penalty. Right when I say that, who took that penalty? It was Pastrnak with an elbowing minor. Okay, sure. Because that is a realistic penalty for David Pastrnak to take. Actually, he started throwing the body around a little bit more towards the end of the season. There we go, boys. Started off the postseason strong. They outshot us by 10, so it seems like we kind of just played into a shell there at the end of the game in the third period, but we still came out with the victory. Tuukka Rask with the 36 save shutout. Good game 1 from him. And let's see if we can carry this into game 2 and hold on to home ice advantage. Let's take a look around the league. That's how the first game's panned out. So game 2 here in Boston. Let's see if we can carry over our strong defensive performance and our strong goaltending. And we do through the first period. 9 shots, 0 goals for the Rangers. Only 6 shots for us. It'd be nice if our offensive firepower really showed up here in the second period. And Nicky gets a goal for us from about right in front of the net. But Stromwall comes back for the Rangers and ties it up halfway through the period. They're still out shooting us by 8. So it'd be nice if we could get, 20 shots on net this period. David Pastrnak starts off the period very strong with a goal from right in front of the net. 14 seconds in on Rant. Another power play for the Bruins. And Hosang gets a goal. There we go, boys. So, oh my God, Bergeron scores from the boards as we kill off this penalty. There we go. So a 3-goal lead here with 5 minutes left. So we're going to head to Madison Square Garden. Up 2-0 on the series. The chance of the sweep is still alive. Be nice to get out of this series as quickly as possible so we can rest up a little bit headed into the second round. We are looking a little bit to the future, but we don't want to look past the Rangers. We're hoping to make a Stanley Cup run this season. I would say it's expected from us. I would say it's expected. We won the division. Went to the conference finals last season. Didn't really have any guys that left the team. We only added talent and got better. So if we don't make the conference finals at all, it'll be a super disappointing season. And if we don't win the Stanley Cup, it'll be a mild disappointment, but we're still making strides. So as I shut the hell up from that garbage, game 3 in the Garden, first period, or in the Garden, I should say, at the Madison Square Garden. But good first period for us as JFK scores from the 4th line from the hash marks. Clappy's from the hashies probably. And Nicky gets a goal from the right point. Yeah, so I fucked up by saying the Garden because the Bruins play in TD Garden and the Rangers play in Madison Square Garden. Both arenas are gardens. It's whatever. So outshoot them 9-8, but looks like we're Antiranta is breaking down so far in this series. Second period, there we go. 2 more goals for the good guys. Pastrnak and Hosang score from about the same spot. 2 minutes apart late in the second. So let's get right into the third. Let's see if we can hold on to this 4-goal lead, and we cannot. as Ryan Gropp scores for the Rangers. Only their second goal of the series, I believe. That's a long power play, and Nicky scores. Oh my god. What was that? So they got checking from behind major for Chris Tanev. What an asshole. He probably tried to hurt somebody just because they were getting their ass beat. And then Rick Nash takes a hooking minor at the end of the major penalty. So 7 power play minutes pretty much there for the Bruins, and we get 1 goal out of it as Nicky scores from right in front of the net. That was the second goal of the game, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And Mika Zibanejad and then JT Miller. Holy shit. They bring it within 2, but too little too late for the Rangers there as we take this 5-3 victory, and we are bringing the brooms here for Game 4 in Madison Square Garden. Nicky, Bergeron, and Miller, your 3 stars. Really good performance here from the Bruins. If I'm not mistaken, we're outscoring them like 10-4 so far this series. Let me just double check on that really quick. 5-10, yeah, 10-4 so far this series. So we're beating the hell out of the Rangers pretty much. Tuukka Rask is playing pretty well. Kind of give up a little bit in that third period, but he's been so solid the rest of the series. Only 1 goal before that third period in the series. So I skipped over my scouting assignment there, so I'm going to go and do that really quickly. I don't really know where to go. Let's take a look at the scouted players. See if there's anybody spectacular out there. About mixed spectacular and fantastic. That'd probably be something like spantastic. That's what I was going to say, but I stopped myself. So we do have an exact elite here in Patrick Marks. He's a two-way forward center, right-handed, so he might be the next Patrice Bergeron. Who knows? But outside of him in this draft, there's really not much. AJ Leach looks to be pretty close to NHL ready. Peugeot down here looks to be medium elite. Offensive defenseman. He doesn't have the best stats, though. Fred Riley, exact top 6. Anyone else I want to take a gander at? Huselius, he might be medium elite. Another right-handed center, two-way forward. Next Bergeron there as well. Who knows? Outside of that, though, not a whole lot. Where do we want to go? I guess we can go... Where's this Crane guy? OHL defenseman? OHL forward, WHL forward, SHL forward. I don't know. So let's just go... We'll go OHL defenseman for 3 weeks maybe. And then by the time I get to the next scouting assignment, we'll be in the next video or the one after that. And I will have completely forgotten what I just looked at, so I might have to go back to the... I forgot to set my scouting assignment. I have to go back into the scouted players and figure out what the hell I want to scout next. So OHL defenseman, that is what I said. We'll go there for like 3 weeks. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, get back into the playoff simulation, as I about wasted a minute there. Sorry for that. Just adding some suspense to this Game 4. So let's see if we can sweep the New York Rangers here in the first round. Game 4 in Madison Square Garden. Let's see if we can start off strong in this elimination game. And we cannot. We do the exact opposite, as the Rangers get goals from Grabner and Peary. So middle 6 goals there for the Rangers. They're outshooting us by 2, outscoring us by 2. Let's see if our fortune can change in the second period. And it can. As, oh man, I just had a burp. That was a roast beef burp right there. Holy shit. Patrice Bergeron and Jacob DeBrusk score to tie the game there in the second period. Let's see if we can close this game out and head back to Boston on a... should have quite a bit of rest. As JFK gets a goal there for us from the right point, it looks like, above the right circle. 9 minutes left. Can Tuukka Rask hold on? Can he shut the door on the Rangers and end their season prematurely? 4 seconds. All right, there we go, boys. So a 3-2 victory, a little bit closer than we would like, but it was the only 1-goal game of the series. The rest of the games we won by... no, just kidding. First game of the series was a 1-0 victory. So just ignore me. Rask, JFK, and Brodeen with 2 assists were your 3 stars. We are headed to the second round, boys. making strides so far in this playoffs, as we're the only series to even have finished 4 games so far, and we are the first team to advance to the conference semifinals. Will we be facing the Lightning, or will we be facing the Toronto Maple Leafs? Let's find out, as the Leafs have taken a 3-1 advantage on the series at home. So game 5 will be in Tampa Bay. Let's see if they can start a comeback here, and they can. So game 6 in Toronto. Let's see if the Leafs can close it out, and they can. So we will be playing the Toronto Maple Leafs in round 2 of the NHL playoffs. As let's just finish up this round of simulation here. All right, so we'll be playing the Leafs, and the Hurricanes and Flyers will be playing in the second round. So the Lightning, I was kind of scared of their team a little bit. They had just an insane first line. Stamkos put up like 107 points or so this season, and his line mates were both point-a-game players. And the Islanders were also eliminated, as John Tavares put up like 109 points, and his line mates were point-a-game players too. So both of those teams out in the first round. Good to see that. But the Carolina Hurricanes are still alive. The President's Trophy winning team, led by Justin Falk and Hannafin, and they just have a really good top 6. But that's looking ahead a little bit too much. We have to face the Toronto Maple Leafs first. In the Western Conference, the Stars and the Jets, and the Coyotes and the Oilers are still alive over there. So we're down to 8 teams, boys. We are a quarter of the way to the ultimate goal. But the the division rival Toronto Maple Leafs are standing in the way. Let's take a look at how our players did in that first round. In 4 games, let's see who led the way in terms of scoring. I believe Nicky had the most goals. I think he had at least 3. So Nicky had 3 goals. He had 8 points. Holy shit. Vitaly Nikilishin with 8 points. Bergeron was 7 as his line mate. And then Pastrnak also a point-a-game player. But after that, we had like 8 guys with 2 points and then 1 guy with 1. So we were pretty top-heavy that series. But I got the job done. Getzlaf with 0 points. That's disappointing. Him and Pavelski, the only scoreless forwards. But yeah, we got through the series pretty easily. Swept the Rangers, so we should have the fatigue advantage here in the second round. If that's even a thing in the simulation, I do not know. Tuukka Rask, a 1.5 GAA with a 95 save percentage. Fantastic series from him. If he can keep that play up, man, we're going to be really hard to stop. Going to be really hard to stop. He gave up like 6 goals that series in 4 games. That's really fucking good. That's twice as many as the Chicago Blackhawks scored against the Nashville Predators in the first round. So that'll be it for this video, boys. As always, if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe and comment and do all that stuff. You guys know the drill. Also, go check out other series of ours, Road to the Show, other franchise modes, EASHL. You guys know to go check those out. Tune in next time to watch us beat the absolute dog shit out of the Toronto Maple Leafs, as I hope we do, as we have begun our quest for our first Stanley Cup. I'll see you guys next time.